Hi, I'm Trish Reddy, and this is you're in Soul Child Play Therapy right now. My average day starts off with normally 11 a.m. I'd begin work. For my earlier clients, maybe play school or children who aren't quite in play school, I would come in the door here, get my room ready. I tend to have a little bit of a ritual before I start my day, between maybe a bit of low music, put on my incense, and just bring the child I'm about to receive into the space, into my mind. Before play therapy, a long time ago, I studied early childhood development, over 20 years ago. And then I went into Gymboree playing music, where I worked for myself for about 17 years. I had a franchise, mostly Meath and some of Kildare, running mother and baby classes, development classes mainly, all over. And I also had a premises in Navan Shopping Centre. So that's where the importance of play really began to interest me. And the more I researched it, the more I wanted to learn. And that's when I came across play therapy. The masters that I chose is integrative, so it allows me to work with children in several types of therapy, including CBT, narrative, but always using it creatively with children, so through play. So yeah, that was the main reason to going on. And when I started studying, nearly 6 years ago, I think I became hooked. The reasons parents might send their children to play therapy varies from anxiety is a common one at the moment, but the anxiety could be peer anxiety, it could be social anxiety, or it could be something from their attachment from when they were younger. It can be trauma related, or they could have other issues going on, like they might be struggling with maybe ADHD or some kind of a special need that they need a little bit of help. Not directly with the issue, we deal with the child and their strengths and showing them strengths rather than weaknesses. So it's helping them accept themselves as they are. I always wanted to work with children. I didn't begin there, but I started studying there as soon as I settled into a permanent job. I started studying at night time. From the time I was a child myself, I was minding children, playing with children. I enjoyed their company as much as I enjoyed adults' company. So yeah, I always felt I could help children and always wanted to. I've got several ideas. I really like working with families. So I might do what we call some filial training or some kind of family training. And at the same time, I really enjoy working with mums and babies. So I might do something specific to attachment. I still run mother and baby classes once a week. And I love just assisting mums and showing them their strengths and helping mums realise that they're the expert of their child. So I would love to do something around attachment with mums and babies. So the significance of the miniatures and figurines behind us vary. There's several reasons, or they're used in several ways. The sand tray being one. So the children might take some figures into the sand tray and play. Other children might simply take them down onto the floor or by the table. But wherever they tend to play with them, they tend to become part of the play. And my job is never to judge or try and work out what they're doing. It's to hold the space for them as they discover, as they play. They might be connecting with one of the figurines. They might feel like one of the figurines and they play, but my job is not to comment, it's just to hold the space as they do that. Sometimes it is difficult to separate work from private life, from home life. And self-care is critically important for play therapists, for any kind of therapist. Self-care is a major part of my life. Meditation would be a huge part for me. Nature is another way, getting into nature. Making sure that I give myself downtime, time with family, time alone, But yeah, it's an ongoing thing that the longer I'm in the work, the better I get at separating. But I can honestly say that no, I can't completely separate it at the moment. And I think working locally um, can have its huge advantages, but some disadvantages too, that you need to watch boundaries when you meet people locally for the child and family's sake. There's trees all over my space because it's my favorite symbol. It's the tree of life, which universally means a lot of different things to different people. But to me, it just reminds me to stay grounded. It reminds me of my roots, where I came from, but also that I'm always growing and branching out. And my logo itself, if you look at it closely, it's as well as being a tree, it's a hand reaching up the and holding. It's meant to be like my heart with the child's heart safely held. So it was always going to be part of my logo, and it means a lot to me. I feel we're in huge shortage of play therapists. I feel play therapy is certainly and other kinds of child specific therapists, that they have to be therapists need to be trained in child specific, child development, child attachment. It's going the right direction, but the shortage is huge. And I strongly believe that it's no coincidence that in this life of, or this time of a huge decrease in children's play, especially free play, and an increase in their mental health issues. That's no coincidence. And we need to look at the importance of play. Play is a child's occupation. It's how they learn, it's how they grow, it's how they mature in every way, emotionally, mentally. Yeah, we need to look at the importance of it. And rather than wait till they need therapy, we need to bring back in free play for children everywhere we